And realistically, he probably was thinking the same thing about me. Because he's like, this girl got too much mouth. I'm used to my lady shutting up and doing this. Okay, y'all, what is up? Masani back with another video. You already know the dealio. I hope this angle's good. Yeah, okay. But we're gonna do a story time. As you read from the title, we're gonna get into it, right? So we're gonna go through how I met him quickly, because details, you know what I mean? It's not that important, but I still want to give you guys some background. So we met at college. I went to 2 colleges. I met him at my first college. Let's give him a name. Mono. We're gonna call him Mono. So Mono was in a speech class of mine, and in that speech class, like, there was no real attraction because there just wasn't. He's from Africa, and he was in the speech class, I'm assuming, to just get better English. And he was kind of like, not saying he was made fun of, but he was kind of like an oddball low-key. And for some reason, I'm always not attracted to, well, yeah, but I don't mean attracted to from a physical level, just as far as like who the person is. I'm usually attracted to people that are oddballs, or just like the quiet ones or the anxious ones. I don't know why. I think it's because like I kind of felt like an oddball in high school. So not really, but kinda. Not even in high school, just period, because I was just me, but whatever. So once I saw that he was having issues with like the homework or whatever, I offered to help him, and that's how we exchanged like contact information. But me doing that, I wasn't even trying to like finesse nothing. I was genuinely just trying to help, right? And sometimes like I noticed that if you offer help to a man, sometimes they think it's like, oh, like she likes me or whatever, right? So he asked me if I wanted to hang out, but I was like, no, because at the time I wasn't even in a relationship. I was like talking to someone, and for some reason I just be loyal to the people that I talk to. Like, why? Anyways, so I just like, no, like, you know, it's okay, but if you need any help, right? So that happened. So that's how we met, right? Nothing more to it. There was no attraction on my end, probably attraction on his end, but like, you know, and he would ask me, you know, every couple of months, like, do you want to grab lunch? Do you want to go out? Right. But I just wasn't really feeling it. Because one, he would come, like, he'd have on a red shirt with red skinny jeans and red sneakers. And it would be like a yellow shirt with yellow pants and yellow. It was just like, it just didn't give, right? He was handsome, but like the fits didn't give. So, right? So now it was January 2021? Yeah, January 2021. I went on a date with him. And damn, why am I giving out years? I don't need nobody calculating nothing, but whatever, right? So, okay, so he hits me up and he's like, do you want to go out? You know, right? So at the time, as y'all know, we was just, like, not even just Corona. We was inside. I personally was in school, so I wasn't feeding for a job at that time because unemployment, and it was cold outside. Like, I'm not getting, no, right? So I was bored. So, you know, I was like, okay, let's go out, right? I wanted him to pick the restaurant because I usually want the man to pick the restaurant just to see, like, what their intentions are for the first date, and to see where, like, their pockets reside. Because I don't want to pick something and then you can afford that. Or, you know what I mean? So I left it up to him to pick. But he asked me, he was like, oh, like, pick a place. But I'm like, no, you pick. Cause like I don't want you to be lazy about it. You asked me out, you should know where you want to go. If y'all watched my previous story time, the worst date, watch that. But like we was talking, like I was like, ladies, moving forward, if somebody wants to take you out, you need to know where you're going. If you get asked out on a date, ladies, if you get asked out on a date, make sure that you know where you're going. None of that, I don't know, you pick. So I was keeping that stance for this and, you know, moving on, right? So he picked an Italian restaurant, right? Okay, so he picked an Italian restaurant, and when he picked me up, oh, I'm gonna give y'all a little more background. So I got in a car accident in like November 2020, right? So that's November 2020, I got in a car accident. January 2021, we go on that date, right? He was driving like a Challenger, right? Those cars are fast, right? So, you know, I get in the car, hi, hug, right? So he's speeding. I don't like men that think that's cute. Just because you're speeding, I'm scared. I'm not like, ooh, especially when like I already am traumatized from the car accident I was in. And I was in a car accident with one of their like sister cars, like the Charger. I was in a Charger when I got into that car accident. So when I see that car pull up, I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Like, you know?
The ghetto. The ghetto.
Okay, so like he's speeding and I'm uncomfortable and he could tell. Like I can't see myself from another person's point of view, but I do think that I'm very animated. And I just like, you can know how I feel before I speak, usually. Because sometimes when people are trying to get me tight, I can pull on a poker face. But like if I'm scared, baby, you're gonna see I'm scared, right? So he's like, are you okay? Like you keep looking around, and I was like, do you mind like if you like slow down? Like I was in a car accident and you know, I'm still a little antsy about it. So he's like, oh, but we're gonna get to the restaurant faster. We're gonna get to the restaurant faster. I don't care if we're gonna get to the restaurant at 8:10 versus 8:07. I don't care. I care about my life. You should care about my life. I don't play like that. I don't like that. Like I don't, that's not funny to me. Like I don't like that. If I tell you to slow down, why are you telling me, and I was in a car accident, why are you telling people we're gonna get to the restaurant faster? We're on time. It's not like we're running late. So he slows down, because then I say it again. Because it's like, I don't know what you want me to say to that. So I say it again. So then he's just like, and he slows down, right? So while we're in the car, we're making conversation. He's just like asking me questions about like, do you like this? Are you into this? And I'm, you know, answering them, right? So then he asks me, what did he say? Oh, no. We get to the restaurant, right? We get to the restaurant and one strike, well, that wasn't even the first strike. The first strike was that you were speeding. I told you not to, and you tried to argue that, like, what? But then he didn't open the door for me. Okay, so I don't like that. I know people don't care about gender roles, whatever, or chivalry is dead. Open the door. I'm in the Bronx. They're loud. They want to jibber and jabber. Go home. Go inside. It's cold. Go inside. So we keep getting rudely interrupted, but we get inside, right? So we sit down and he asked me if I like pepperoni pizza. So I'm thinking that he's just forming conversation as he did in the car prior, right? So I'm like, yeah, pepperoni pizza is good, right? I'm thinking we've just formed a conversation. So the waiter comes And he looks at me and he addresses me. Well, he says hello to the both of us, but as far as like if you're ready to order, he's looking at me, right? So he's like, oh, look, are you ready to order? And he's looking at me, but then Mono speaks and he's like, okay, give us 2 Sprites and a pepperoni pizza. So I'm shocked because I'm like, is he getting the whole pie? Like, does he think that just because I said I like pepperoni pizza, that means I'm getting pepperoni pizza today? And who said I wanted to drink soda? Because I know you're not drinking 2 Sprites. So you're ordering my drink and my food when you didn't ask me diddly? No, right? So then the waiter looks back at me. He's like, do you want ice, right? I was like, scratch that. Don't bring 2 Sprites. Bring me a lemon with water, no ice. And also, can you add a chicken Alfredo to that, right? So the waiter winks at me. And then the guy, Mono, is looking at me like I just cursed his mother out. So the waiter walks off. And he's like, I thought you said you like pepperoni pizza. I do. But that doesn't mean I want it today. Did you ask me if I wanted pepperoni pizza? No. So why would you assume that I wanted it? So that was the first like, oh, okay. So then we're talking and he's talking about like what he's looking for and like the type of relationship dynamics that he wants. And he's just like, oh, like I like my woman to do this and to do that, and basically a slave, basically. And I was like, oh no. And he's like, oh well, like my mother did that. I was like, okay, well that's good for her. And he's looking at me like I'm crazy for not wanting to be a slave. And the thing is that I can't even say I get it, because I don't get it. I've witnessed it, and that's just not the lifestyle that I would live. And then like he's kind of trying to counter that argument. He's like, oh, but like if you're married and the man is paying for the bills, and okay, I don't care. I'm not doing that. Like, you're not going to pick and choose what I want to do with my life, especially because I'm very just vocal with what I want and what I don't want. So that's kind of going against who I am. I can never do that. So and I've witnessed there was a time I was working at Skechers and a couple walked in. I don't know their background. I'm gonna assume they're Muslim though. I think, I don't know, but no, let's not even assume they're Muslim, Middle Eastern. So yeah, they pull up and the woman is approaching me and she needs help with some shoes. So I'm showing her the shoes. I'm like, which ones do you like what colors are you into, or like, is this for fashion, this is for running, you know, gotta sell the product. And she's showing me the one she likes, and then her husband, I'm assuming it's her husband comes and he's like, oh, I like those. And then I'm thinking, good for you, like, okay, and what do you like, right? I'm not talking to you. So then she makes a face, she's like, just get those. So I'm like, but what do you like? And she's like, just get those. So I'm like, here we go again. So a little story time, but yeah, so he's just like basically not with what I'm talking about. And then at the time we started to talk about like religion. So he's like, oh well, like, are you into like changing your religion? Mind you, this is all the first date. This is just the first date. So I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna change my religion. Why not? Why? Because I'm not going to, okay? So he was just turned off from me. That's what it seemed like. And that was okay, because realistically, I was turned off from him. And also, he was never going to see me again. And realistically, he probably was thinking the same thing about me. Cause he's like, this girl got too much mouth. I'm used to my lady shutting up and doing this. Sorry. So that pepperoni pizza came out, my chicken alfredo came out, and best believe it bust. And best believe he said I could have the pepperoni pizza, like his remainder, which bust as well. Yeah, I did. I took that with me. And you know, now we're back in the car. And he's like, oh, like, do you want to get some ice cream? Do you want to go to this? Let's just go home. I came out here for the food. And y'all may be like, oh, you wanted to pay for the food? At the time, yeah, I did. We was inside all the time. Yes. So we're on our way back home to my home. And also, I don't give out my address. I give out like 2 houses down or 2 houses up, right? So we pull up to like where I used to live, like to the top of the hill. It's not really a hill. It don't matter to y'all. Y'all don't know where it is. But we pull up and he's like trying to kiss me. I don't do that on the first date. I know that in that other first date, if y'all saw it, I did kiss that person. But after that time, I cut that off. Kissing on the first date, especially if I don't even like you. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie and say I've never kissed nobody on the first date. But, like, no. So, I don't kiss majority on the first date, right? And then his breath was kicking. So I was like, oh, wait a minute. And he's like, cause I was going in for a hug and he was going in for you gotta swerve. No, so then he's looking at me like, so I'm like, you know? And he's like, okay, so when am I gonna see you again? Never. You're never gonna see me again. Ever. So he's like, oh, like we should plan something. No, we're not. And realistically, I was shocked that he actually said that, because with all of my, just with who I am and my personality and me debating him, it didn't seem like he cared for that. So it's like, you want to go on a second date? Okay. It's not happening, but okay, I guess I'm flattered. So, you know, he got into that, and literally I said goodbye, see you soon, went inside, blocked him, and deleted him off Instagram. Oh my gosh, I just remembered his name. Cause literally, like, before I even filmed this video, I'm like, what is his name? Like, what is this person's name? I just remembered it. But it doesn't matter regardless. But I'm glad that at least I remember, you know what I mean? But yeah, you guys, that was a little story time, something fun for the girls, Probably gonna edit this right now and upload this tomorrow. So yeah, hold on. Oh, cause I've been stretching. Cause yeah, what? But all right, guys, y'all probably sick of me. But yeah, I'm gonna see you all in my next video, and we're gonna talk about the Bible. Well, not really, but we're gonna talk about my Lord and Savior. Okay, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out. No, we're not doing that. I will see you guys in my next video. Masani off this. Peace.